I watched 3 different films at the cinema today, so let's review them. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content as well as movie reviews here on this channel every week. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this week. Yes, my week has been 6 films at the cinema, which is crazy, but you know, good use of my limitless card. So the first film I saw was Hoppers, and I did see it in an audience of like a lot of children. It was like me and a ton of families. So yeah, I was just having a good time by myself at the front. That was fine. So yes, it's the new Disney Pixar film. So I think it's like overseen by Pixar, but the Disney logo comes first. And this is about scientists and beavers. Scientists and beavers. But then the last Pixar film, Elio, was about like scientists and aliens. So, you know, we're following along the same path. So this one looked really cute from the trailer. I actually saw the trailer for this one for the first time on board a Disney cruise ship. So that was exciting. I saw it on the Disney Treasure when I was watching Freakier Friday for the second time. So this was just really cute and really nice. It wasn't anything groundbreaking. I'm not like, oh my goodness, I have to go and see this again, like I was with Inside Out 2. But it was very sweet and very nice. Sort of a little bit like Elio. Like I would happily sit down and watch it again, happily. You know, if I was like at a loose end somewhere for a couple of hours and it was still playing at the cinema, I'd go and watch it again. But I'm not like, oh, I must make time in my schedule to go back and see it again. So we have a couple of scientists who are working on a hoppers project, which means that they can hop into the body of an animatronic beaver or other animal that they have built to go and do some research on what's happening in the community of that creature or in the like specific like pond area where that creature is, to look into their habitat's the word I'm looking for, to look into their habitat, to look into their family, and sort of it centers around that. So we follow Mabel, who is a little bit of a wild child. It was very funny at the beginning. We meet Mabel for the first time and she comes out of the classroom with stuff in her backpack that she shouldn't have. And there's 4 teachers stood by the fire exit. And one of them goes, oh, hey, Mabel, what you doing? And then one of the other teachers goes, is that the Mabel? And I'm like, they've kind of like... I don't know, they've got the teacher thing quite right, I think. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, she climbs and she's got lots of speed and lots of agility. But what she has also is a really nice relationship with her grandmother. And she spends a lot of time with her and she basically raises her. But she's very much somebody who stands up for the wildlife and stands up for the community, and does so by going literally head to head with the mayor. So that's sort of Mabel's story. And then we've got the animals that we meet that you see in the trailer. So we've got some beavers, we've got a bear who again is like pretty much the poster, which you'll have seen in the thumbnail, the bear, who is called Ellen. I think that's amazing. And then we've got a little like lizard thing. We've got birds, we've got frogs, we've got a fish, and then we've got some insects. One of the insects is voiced by Meryl Streep. I mean, it was just, I mean, the cast for this one, there are a lot of big names in here. And the person who voices one of the scientists is the same person who voices Peggy Hill in King of the Hill. So I just kept thinking she was Peggy Hill. It's like, it's kind of a similar character, a little bit chaotic, but also like her heart's in the right place. And there are some very sweet moments of animated beavers and other animated creatures, especially baby beavers and baby deer. Definitely some awe moments. There were some moments where you could just hear the adults in the cinema laughing. There was moments where you could hear everyone in the cinema, including me, laughing. I was including the adults as well, just to be clear. And then there were some definitely scary moments. Having just watched a film about a bus going through a load of fire, part of my Oscars watches, there was a moment of fire in this one, and it was really, really scary. And I don't know if it was just me having come off the back of watching that other film about fire, but it was really, really quite scary. And so there's definitely some, although it's a U, I think it did say on the card that there was mild peril, because the other thing that happens is that we end up with a couple of people pretending to be other people thanks to this Hopper's technology. And there's some really sort of scary moments with that, because they don't quite look how they're supposed to look. And so they actually get a bit like really quite scary. There's an amazing friendly shark, so if you're a fan of Bruce from Finding Nemo, you'll be a fan of this shark too, because she is fabulous. And there is both a mid and an end point credit scene, so make sure you stay for those. I'm not saying what they are, but I'm saying make sure you stay for those. I mean, overall, the story was nice. It was, you know, nice to have them talking a little bit about you know, protecting the environment, and it's everybody's planet. That was like the general message. Again, a lot of the Pixar films recently have had a strong message to them, and there are a couple of Pixar Easter eggs, as always, in a Pixar movie. Although I didn't hear John Ratzenberger doing a voice, but then I maybe need to look at the uncredited bit of that one. But yeah, overall, should you pay your cinema going money to go and see it? As I said, there was moments where there was only the adults laughing in the cinema, and moments where adults and children were laughing in the cinema. And so it does show that it's a film for basically everyone. And it's really quite a harmless film. So if you're looking for like a family outing, because it's a U, everyone can go and watch this one. And it kept the children entertained. They were not badly behaved. I did not hear noises. I was not kicked at any point, which is nice, because that has happened to me too many times in cinema, and I was only stood on once. So that's, you know, again, as a teacher, I'm quite used to it. So the fact that I'm like, this was only once, that's fine. Other people might not be so happy, but yeah, I think that it is worth seeing in the cinema. However, it's nothing groundbreaking that you must go and see now, so you can talk about it. I think that, you know, you could wait and watch it on Disney Plus, but it would be a nice day out for the family, because it's got something for everyone. As always, if there is a particular movie you would like to hear me go and watch this week and bring my thoughts back to you here next week, please let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I will have some Oscar content for you, either coming before or after this video, depending what the posting schedule ends up being like. But make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that, and I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching. Woo!